liberal with the gun. Right?
They'll never hit you.
They're not good at that. So I got it.
So today we're talking about one of my favorites, and we had to cherry pick this one.
Yeah. I'm curious to see how this is going to go.
I don't know how this guy has got some language, and so we're trying to keep it PG here, but we'll see. But Bill Burr.
Bill Burr, controversial dude.
He likes to fish in water where there's sharks and all kinds of things. And the thing that amazes me about him, and we'll get into this bit here, is how he will take on a controversial subject and just bob and weave, and by the end of it, make sure everyone got equal time as far as getting punched.
Right. He offends everyone. And he loves it.
And he loves it. It's all about the joke. He's not there to make a point. He's not there to persuade you about anything political or anything else.
Yeah, it's, I would say comedians love him because he's fighting the battle still for, we can say what we want to say, relax, get off our backs.
Yeah.
And he shows you, I'll offend you all then.
Yeah.
And his numbers and his following just keeps growing.
It's great. Well, this is off of his latest Netflix special, Bill Burr Live at the Red Rocks. And
great special.
This is his opening bit. So check this out. Now, this is audio only because we couldn't get it on YouTube, but here we go.
So, how have you guys been doing, man? How's your pandemic been? You enjoyed it? You been staying inside? Are you being safe? I am so fed up with these. I ain't being safe. I don't believe in it. It's all a bunch of lies. We're just totally divided. The people that are like, you got to get vaccinated, you have to wrap yourself in an Afghan, and you got to cover your face and hold your breath when you look at pictures of people. And then you got the other side, I don't give a shit, coming out my balls out, walking down the street, because that's what Jesus said in John 13. I read it.
John 13.
In my Bible study class, I don't give a
I got some editing.
And if I get it, I'm going to the hospital and be like, all right, fix me. You were right. Everybody, all hypocritical. All the liberals, you got to wear the mask, wear the mask. And half of them, when they talk, they're pulling it down. They got it up under their nose. Then the other assholes, they were all patriotic for years. America, love and believe it. For truth. You know, I can get the out of America. Love and believe it. All right, take the vaccine. Well, I don't trust the government. Where the did that come from? I thought you were all about it. I thought you were waving the flag and all of that. Listen, here's the deal. We're never going to solve this until we all get on the same page, which we know it's never going to happen. It's never going to happen. So, we got to set up some Hunger Games to solve it. And whoever wins, wins. The non-vaxxers versus the vaxxers. So there's a giant field. And all the people who don't want to get the vaccine. All the fatties and the lunatics, right? You got to fucking run the length of the field and try to make it to the other side while there's a helicopter flying over you and they're shooting the vaccine down at you. All right? Now, I know what you think. Well, that ain't fair, man. I'm running in my kickers. You're up there in a helicopter. You got a gun. Well, here's how it's a liberal with the gun. Right?
They'll never hit you.
They're not good at that. Oh, my God, is it alive? Is it going to hit me? I don't feel safe. And by then, you're already halfway there. One of the straps of your overalls is off. You can make it to the other side in the end. Just like dodgeball. We'll see. We'll just score it. Who won? It's an idea. I don't know. I don't know what else to do. I kind of quit. I got to be honest with you. For the first, year of this, I was an American, and I was rooting for everybody. And then, I don't know. They let us outside for a couple of weeks, and then they sent us back in. And I just didn't have it in me anymore. It's like, I don't care. I just don't give a shit. You know, I hope a lot more people die. I really do.
Oh, gosh. This man will say anything.
The best part, here's how you know you're doing what you're supposed to do. What I think makes it funny. Now, this is probably not a lot of people's intention, but if you just listen to the crowd.
Yeah.
Anytime he's on your side, there's a group that was hooting and hollering.
Yes.
Not realizing, you realize the same guy is still talking.
He's still talking.
You hated him just literally 30 seconds ago.
He's coming back around.
Hero.
But he's coming back.
I hate him again.
Well, that's actually in this thing. That was the opening of the special. The ending of the special, he says, I've been controversial this whole time. So let's land this on something we all gather around. It's less, conflictive and combative and just, and not be so controversial. Abortion. And so he does
the same thing there.
He does the same thing there. And then he stops at about halfway. Ladies, stop hollering because you're not going to like me in a minute. I keep telling you.
Yeah, it sounds like he's on their side. I'm not. Well, he says, "Do you not know who I am?"
Exactly.
Hang on a second.
Hang on a second. You're going to be offended
just like everybody else.
Oh, my
that
word.
is his technique. But again, very few people can get away with it. I remember when he was doing the joke about the military. Guys, the whole thing of, and it's even thinking it,
you cringed at.
I've done some VA stuff and some vet stuff, and I will ask the question, but I wouldn't never dare.
He goes places I can't believe.
Yeah, because he basically says, why, thank you for your service. No, okay, I appreciate and everything, but everybody's service. What about the guy who's just working on the plane? Yeah. I mean, he's not seeing
working in the office. Yeah. Doesn't do anything.
He doesn't do anything. Is he a hero?
Yeah, he gets in that whole degrees of valor type deal.
Which, first of all, I'm not saying I agree with him. So but
just to go there,
what he's just proposing, he ran that joke. What's funny by veterans and military people for a long time before he ever did it to get their feedback. And, but that one was the one that I really thought, this is the one he's going to lose.
Yeah.
But he somehow skirted through it.
He pulled it out.
He just has such a reputation. And plus, I think people are going, he does it on purpose. He's trying to get us to think, he's the Lenny Bruce, maybe not quite, but he's sort of the Lenny Bruce of the day. I'm going to say things you're not supposed to say. I'm probably going to get in trouble, but that's who I am.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he's a great writer. That doesn't hurt.
No, that whole A-B comparison thing that he does constantly.
Yep.
He straw man's everything.
Yep.
He will represent an idea of the whatever side and then tear it apart and then go this side. And, that whole thing about abortion, I was like, well, I just don't like people telling me, what to do with my body. So I've always leaned that way. But you are killing a baby.
Yeah. And that's
he just bobs and weaves.
A very similar joke to what's his name? His name just
Louis.
Louis C.K. did. It's actually his whole premise was that.
Yeah.
And he would literally
just flip
back, forth. And that's one of the big arguments. But you are killing a baby.
You are killing a baby.
But his other thing was, but I don't really care. Just like he did in that joke.
It's just terrible.
No,
terrible.
But it's to get you to think and to do it. You are having to do a lot of editing on that one, but
but here again, like Ron White, I think the thing I'm picking up on the people I like is they have a brand, a personality. He's got that Boston. Just the same way I like Ron. He's that Southern Texas drawl, Well, he's got the Northeastern Boston, don't give a, sort of rip into people. I like people with personality.
Yeah.
It's just a lot of personality.
Yeah. I would be very curious. That's a guy that I'd love to sit in a room with it. There's no cameras or lights on. What's he like when nobody's around? Does he do the same thing? His character's so good. He's believable.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, I bet that guy's just like that all the time.
I can't help but think, because I listen to, and caveat emptor for those out there, if you've got a sensitive ear, don't listen to his podcast. But I listen to his podcast, and I will tell you, I have never in my life seen someone, his podcast literally is him flipping the thing on and him watching TV, watching sports, doing whatever, and just talking while he's doing whatever else he's doing.
Right.
But he has this uncanny ability to just rant about things for hours. I mean, his podcast will go 2 and 3 hours sometimes.
Wow.
And it's just him ranting about the things that just irritate him. And it's just, that is a special gift to be able to work up that type of emotional capacity, to have that kind of energy just constantly.
Right. I don't think that Bill Burr's, he's so good at it, but I mean, it's definitely planned, written, and well scripted. But, you'll see his interviews, man, he will destroy interviewers.
Oh, he's quick.
He's so fast on his feet about things.
Yeah.
And he's so good at, he's a guy that you would not want to go off on you in an audience, because he would destroy you.
No, you would definitely be going to a gunfight with a knife in your hand.
Yes.
Wouldn't want to do that.
He definitely is one of the funnier, just one of the funnier guys who, I think his shtick as a whole, just being that, offset to look at a topic from both sides fairly, and make fun of both groups. And
that's why
everybody walks away going, I love him.
Yeah. Yeah. Cause he can appeal to, I've saw reactions on YouTube of him talking about, going up to Harlem.
Right.
And because he's dating this black girl that lives in Harlem. And he goes, well, it's a problem at 3 a.m. because I sort of look like I do, this very white, redheaded ginger. And he goes, and I'm getting up there and it's like, I'm on Malcolm X Street going down and he's like, how many people did he kill? How many white people? And he's talking about running into all of these black folk and him being who he was.
Right.
And he's touching on cultural things all the time like that. And the reaction from these guys I was watching, they were black guys and they were just like bent over double laughing. Yeah,
because apparently he knows the inside language.
Yes.
And
talking about dressing and having he
knows it.
He knows it has credibility. But anyway, that's why I think he's funny. He's true to his brand.
Yes.
Says what he wants, and he can hit both sides and just walk away.
Yes. And needed at this time in culture more than ever.
Yes.
Here we go now.